Good morning, friends. Today we'll try to understand how to find out the surface area and volume of different types of shapes. So this is a very important type of problem which is asked many times in various competitive exams. So we need to be very careful which formula we have to use at what place in the case of which shape we have to be very careful about that. So first of all, we'll discuss what all are the different shapes we come across in different exams. So here, as you can see in this whiteboard, this first shape is sphere. The second one, which I am pointing now, is cylinder. And this is right circular cone, and this is a cuboid. So friends, it's not always like necessary that in the questions they will tell you that sphere is there and you have to find out area of the sphere. Many times what they do, they tell you that find out the how much material will be required to make a can, for example, to make a can, Coca-Cola can. So there you need to yourself figure out that what are they actually asking. They are actually asking you to find out the surface area, because if they are asking you how much material is required, of course material will be required in the surface of the can, because the can should be empty. So it is not a solid figure, it is a hollow figure. So that's why the material should be at the periphery of the shape. So by that we can understand that we have to find out the surface area. Surface area, but I don't think it needs to be explained. It's very clear, area of the surface. And can, you need to visualize in your mind that when they're asking you to solve the question for a can is always in a cylindrical shape. So basically, you have to decode the whole situation in the mathematical terms, and when you decode it, you will get to know that you have to actually find out the surface area of a cylinder. Similarly, they may sometimes ask that how much material will be required to make a uh, cork ball. So that time you need to visualize that cork ball has the material throughout its structure, and cork ball is also spherical in shape. So that means they are ultimately trying to ask you that you have to find out volume of a sphere. So with this in mind, you have to be very clear that you have to visualize also in such type of questions. Now we'll see how can we remember very in a very easy way the different surface areas and volumes of different shapes. So first of all, coming to sphere, so the surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. So what I'm going to tell you is not actual derivation of the equation of of the formula, but it's a way which you can use to remember. It's kind of a trick. So see, in general case of a circle, when we have to find out the area of that circle, we use the formula pi r square. So you can just imagine a sphere to be made of four kind of circles from all the different directions. So that way it will be easy to remember that the surface area of a sphere will be four times the surface area of a circle. So that way we come to 4 pi r square, which is the surface area of a sphere. And the volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So see, surface area, when we are trying to find out surface area, we are dealing with two dimensions. So that way you can relate it to r square. The power of r is square. When we are dealing with the two-dimensional parameter, the power of r is square. And if you want to find out the volume, that time we are dealing with a three-dimensional parameter. So that's why the power of r is cube. So the formula for finding out the volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Again, I'll explain. I'm clarifying that this is not the actual derivation, but it is just a trick to remember. Then coming to cylinder, there are two types of cylinders. Okay, one type of cylinder is a hollow cylinder, Another type of cylinder is a solid cylinder. So hollow cylinder means that the material is only on the periphery. As I had given example of a this glass or can. So it is a, all these are example of hollow cylinder. Again, we can take example of pipe. So that is also hollow cylinder. And in our day-to-day life, we come across the solid cylinder in the form of, suppose, some some lead, pencil, also, until it's, unless it's sharp, the pencil is also a solid cylinder. So basically, in solid cylinder, the material is uh, throughout the structure. So now, coming to its surface area and volume. Now this, what I'm going to tell is actual derivation, and this is very interesting point. See, if you want to make a hollow cylinder, suppose you have your ring, your suppose ring which you wear in your finger. You have that ring, and yeah, you have many, like around 10, 12 such rings, and you are told, you're asked to form a cylinder using those rings. So what will you do? You will start stacking the rings over each other, one above each other. You'll start stacking those rings, and while you stack all those rings one above each other, then finally you'll get a hollow cylinder. The structure which you'll get, that will be similar to a hollow cylinder. Now, just imagine, just visualize in your mind that if you have to determine the surface area of that cylinder, which factor of the circle is contributing to the surface area? Am I clear? See, the ring is there, the ring's perimeter, the perimeter of one ring, above that perimeter of second ring, perimeter of third ring. If we keep on stacking all those rings over each other, then the perimeter of all of those rings, in case of circles, we call it circumference. So basically, circumference of all those rings will ultimately add up to form the surface area of the cylinder. So I'll repeat again that the surface area of a cylinder is formed by adding up the circumferences of individual rings together. Okay. So that's how its formula has come as 2 pi r h. If you remember, the circumference of a ring or circumference of a circle, the formula is 2 pi r. So if we are stacking one ring over each other, then 2 pi r, 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 2 pi r. If we keep on stacking like that, we can ultimately multiply that 2 pi r with the h, because we are stacking it in, like, by stacking it, we are increasing the height. So that's how we can just multiply 2 pi r into h, and then we will get this surface area of a cylinder. So basically, surface area of a cylinder is nothing but circumference of circle into height. Now, similarly, if you want to find out the volume of a cylinder, volume of a solid cylinder, I hope you all are noting it down. So that's why I'm not writing here, because so that the shapes are also visible. So please keep on noting whatever formulas I'm saying. Only the formula you need to note, and if you want to remember the trick also, you can write down that also. So when we have to find out the volume of cylinder, we can imagine stacking up plates together, right? When we are stacking up plates together, the material of a plate is spread throughout its periphery. It's not only in its periphery, the material of plate is spread throughout the structure. I think I'm very clear, because you can just visualize in your mind plate. प्लेट का जो मटेरियल रहता है, सपोज प्लास्टिक का प्लेट है, तो प्लास्टिक उसके सिर्फ सर्कम्फरेंस पे नहीं रहेगा, पूरे प्लास्टिक का ही प्लेट बना रहेगा. सो द होल स्ट्रक्चर विल be made of plastic. So if you keep on stacking such plastic plates one above each other, one above each other, then ultimately, if you look at it from a distance, what will you get? Correct. You will get a solid cylinder. So that's how we find out volume. So if you think about it, deeply, then the volume can be said as, like we can say that the volume of this solid cylinder is made by stacking or by accumulating or by adding, aggregating the area of individual discs और इंडिविजुअल प्लेट्स. हर एक प्लेट का जो एरिया है उसको अगर आप एक के ऊपर एक ऐसे जोड़ते जाओगे, ऐड करते जाओगे, तो आपको पूरे सॉलिड सिलेंडर का वॉल्यूम मिलेगा. सो एज I just explained, so the same thing is followed for finding out the formula also. So from this we can understand the volume, that the volume of a solid cylinder is made by adding up the area of each disc. So what is the area of a disc? What is the formula for finding out the area of a circle? Can anyone just tell quickly? Yeah, very good. So the formula for finding out the area of a circle is pi r square. So if we just keep on adding pi r square, pi r square, pi r square, pi r square, and keep on increasing the height, then we can get the volume of a cylinder, and that we can write down as pi r square into h. Just like in the case of surface area, because we are only dealing with the periphery of the individual circles, we are adding only the periphery of the individual circles. So we the formula is 2 pi r into h, circumference into height. Similarly, in the case of volume, the formula is area of individual circle into height. Okay, so that is how we find out the volume of cylinder. So please write down the volume of cylinder is pi r square into h. So you have to just multiply h with the factor of individual circle. Now coming to the right circular cone. In the case of right circular cone, the surface area is, okay, before that, one more thing is very important, that there are two types of surface areas involved in case of cylinder and other structures to follow. The one of them is called as curved surface area and another is called as total surface area. So curved surface area, as its name implies, that it is the surface area which is curved actually, which is not plane. So in the case of cylinder, only the vertical part, just like suppose in case of a pipe, if you have a pipe, then in the pipe, the plastic material is only on the curved path. It is not closed from above and below. So in that case, we are dealing with the curved surface area. But in case of a closed can, अगर आपके पास कोई closed can है, so closed can में the material, the plastic or whatever metal is used, the material is spread throughout the curved surface as well as the top and the bottom part. Getting are able to visualize it? Okay, very good. This is very important. Visualizing is that is the crux of this whole chapter. So you have to just remember the formula and visualize what kind of structure this shape is resembling. So curved surface area of cylinder is 2 pi r h, as we just now discussed. And to find out total surface area, we need not do anything much. We have to just add the area of the bottom and the top part. So the bottom part surface area will be pi r square and top part surface area will also be pi r square. So we have to just add 2 pi r h plus pi r square plus pi r square. So the finally the total surface area formula, please note it down. The total surface area formula will be pi r square, sorry, 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. So finally the formula, if we take 2 pi r as common, then the formula will be 2 pi r bracket में h plus r. So that is the formula for a cylinder. Similarly, when we are dealing with the right circular cone, then if we are talking about the curved surface area, then the formula is pi r l is the formula. Okay? Pi r l. And if you have to find out the total surface area, then the total surface area will be pi r l, means curved surface area, plus area of the base. Area of the base will be pi r square. So the total surface area will be pi r l plus pi r square. So here we have to be very careful. Many students, they commit mistake in this part. They think that L, what is L? L is not the height. Okay. L is the slant height. Slant height, I'll just show with the pointer. Slant height means this dimension, which is the slanted part. Getting? This is height. This is the slant height. So in the formula of finding out the surface, curved surface area of a cone, we use the formula pi r into L, not H, pi r into L. So that is the formula for right circular cone. Sorry, 2 pi r L. So that is the formula for right circular cone. And what about the volume of a cone? It's also very easy to remember. As we had discussed, the volume of cylinder is pi r square h. So if you just remember the volume of a cylinder, you have to just multiply that with 1/3. So the volume of a right circular cone is 1/3 of pi r square h. So basically, please note it down. The volume of a right circular cone is 1/3 pi r square h. And the curved surface area of right circular cone is pi r L. Now, coming to the cuboid's cases. Acha, before that, see, if you have to just remember the volume of cylinder or right circular cone, you don't have to do much endeavor. You have to just remember the area of a circle. I hope that everyone remembers. That's not very difficult to remember. The area of a circle is pi r square. You multiply it with h, you will get the area, you will get the volume of cylinder pi r square h. You multiply it with 1/3, you will get the volume of right circular cone. So that is 1/3 pi r square h. So you need to just remember the area of a circle. That's it. Then next is cuboid. So in case of cuboid, the there is no curved surface, so that's why there is no CSA. We have to deal with only TSA, means total surface area. So it is very easy to understand. A cuboid is formed by adding total 8 surfaces. So suppose this is the surface, so it will, the area of this surface will be breadth into length. So like that, there are two surfaces where we have to deal with length and breadth. Like that, there are two surfaces which in where we have to deal with breadth and height, which are the vertical. Suppose your room, your the if we take the example of your room in which you are sitting. So the in case of our room, there are total 8 surfaces where there are 4 walls, right? There are 4 walls and sorry, 6 surfaces. There are 4 walls, 1 ceiling and 1 base, 1 floor. So if you have to find out the area of the entire room, you have to just add the area of all these 6 surfaces. So when you are adding, when you are dealing with the area of the floor, you have to multiply length, the longer side, and breadth, the shorter side. So length into breadth will give you the area of floor. Similarly, when you are dealing with the ceiling, there also you have to deal with only length and breadth. So like that, one surface is the base, which is floor, length into breadth. Another surface is the ceiling, length into breadth. Another surface will be the wall, which is along the length. So there you have to multiply length into height. While dealing with the opposite wall, just opposite to that, there also the area formula for the area will be length into height. And the opposite other two walls, the area will be breadth into height. So if we add all these areas, so we have 2 length into breadth, 2 breadth into height, and 2 length into height. So if you all add all of them, please keep on writing all these formulas also in your notebooks. So the total area will be twice 2 we can take as common. 2 in bracket we can write length into breadth plus breadth into height plus length into height. So that will give us the area of the entire room, which is in cuboidal shape. And in case of volume, it's very simple. You have to just multiply length, breadth into height. I don't think I need to explain about that. It's very simple formula. length into breadth into height. Multiply all the three dimensions. In the case of cube, why I have not mentioned cube shape over here? Because it is just similar to cuboid only. The only difference is that cube has all the sides equal. So if instead of taking length into breadth, breadth into height, length into height, if you just take all the three, length, breadth, height, as side, as S, suppose you want to take as S, then you can just write 2 into S square plus S square plus S square. That will give you 2 into 3S square. And then you will have the overall area of the whole cube as 6S square. So that is the formula for finding out the area of a cube. And in case of volume, instead of L into B into H, you can just multiply S into S into S, and you will get S cube. So that's how we find out the volume of a cube. So I'll just quickly once again tell you all the formulas. I'll now just tell only the formula, so that in case you have any doubt, or you can write it properly, so that. So the area of a sphere is 4 pi r square, volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Area of a cylinder is, curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h, volume is pi r square h. The curved surface area of a right circular cone is pi r l, and the volume is 1/3 of pi r square h. And in the case of cuboid, that surface area is twice LB plus BH plus LH, and the volume is LBH. And in case of cube, earlier I told about cuboid. Now in the case of cube, the surface area is 6 side square, and the volume will be side ka cube, means S cube. So there are many interesting questions which we'll be dealing with in our next session. So meet you next time. Thank you.